Good evening, guys. This is Lebanon coming to you with another video. This one is going to be basically another part of your strategy guide video, and it's going to be the transition when we go from having a G4 to probably a G5. I'm not saying that it will definitely happen on this video, but if it doesn't happen, it'll be dang close. So we're going to take a look exactly what we have, what we got to do, like what different events are going on, what would you should be taking advantage of, all this other kind of stuff. Now bear in mind, if you're keeping up with me and everything because you can afford to and everything, that's great. If you can't and everything, I completely understand. So this is going to be really like a two-part video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the basic background stuff as to what you should be doing, what you've gotten done, what you've not gotten done, and everything as far as like strategy wise. And then we're going to go into exactly what you need to get done, like to the next, sorry, in order to do the next part, which is get up to that G5. So, first video, what you should have gotten done, what you need to get done, and basically preparing for it. And then the second video, which in between I'll have to go through and do the buying of the packages that I'm going to use in order to get the G5. That's when I'll have to like stop the video, do another video and everything. So this will be like a back-to-back video, but it's going to be hopefully the transition on over to the G5. So let's start with the obvious parts. Right now, the event that I'm going to use is this. It is Arachne. I'm going to pull this down so you can see this a little bit easier and all. We have the Arachne event is going on. Now, for the Arachne event, this is the best one in order to get Valor Points. It gives these mercs, and I'll show you exactly why I love this one. Look at their strength and health. Not exactly all that great, but here's the fun part about it. It says temporarily disappears after 7 days when the blah, 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 it talks about it. But then it says strength against swarm ranged units, plus 710%. When you're going up against different parts of Arachne with the Arachne mercs, especially when you get to the higher levels, when you get to the like basically the Guardsman level 9, so anything from like once you get Guardsman 7, Guardsman 8, Guardsman 9, you have it to where their bonus is plus 4,000. So these Arachne mercs are really, really powerful. And even a plus 710 is still a good bonus. Now, if you compare that to something like the epic level monsters, right now they're sitting at a plus 609. So it is still a very good bonus and everything. But the Arachne mercs, because of the fact that they are a combination of basically your melee, your ranged, your mounted, it has like different ones inside of it and everything. It's to where, so we have like our flying unit. So we have flyers, we have melee, mounted, and ranged. So we basically have every single kind of major troop. This is a package that is very well worth it. And for me, for $99 and everything else like that, and then it has a ×2 part, I'll show you exactly the reason why I like this. Now, I noticed that when you're a G4, that you can get this Arachne Merc package. I don't think that you could get it when you are a G3. I think that you're still stuck with the other Merc packages that it basically has like these finest guardsmen guys or whatever. And the Mercs definitely do change as you go up in levels. But for us and everything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Arachne Merc packages. If you cannot do the Merc package, it is still to where Arachne is your best event. It will just take you longer to get there, but it is still well worth it. So I'll show you what you could do without the Arachne Mercs, and I'll also show you what you could do with the Arachne Mercs. Okay, so bear in mind, very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to check on our progress so far, see what I've done. We also have this to where they're offering this 50% more in mercenaries and everything, but I'm going to be getting ×2 packages, so I don't even need this. We also have a free sale going on. I've been trying to keep up with this as best I can and everything on this account. I haven't been doing everything that I'm asking you guys to do just because of the fact that you're probably doing this at a slower pace than I am. And in order to have it to where the videos are actually, well, impactful as opposed to long, drawn out, boring, 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 it makes more sense for me to kind of rush through certain parts of this. Okay, so we had, oh, no keys, so can't do that. All right, so make sure you're always going through and checking your summons. The other thing that we need to do is we need to clear our deck on our gifts and help. So click through all of our helps. Don't hit the help all button. When you hit the help button, it goes through, oh, good, I only lost 4 things in total. That's not bad. Like, I haven't played, since late last night. And it's 8:30 in the evening here. So, yeah. I was like, ooh, that 20-hour threshold, I'm right there, so I'm going to definitely need to hop on. Yeah. Only lost 4. That's not bad. Like, this is not my primary account. My primary account is my main, which is Lethinen, and that's in Kingdom 100. This is in Kingdom 134. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to use this account down the line. Like, I've had some people, they've contacted me and they're like, dude, can I have your account? Like, would you be willing to give it away? And I'm like, yeah, no. Guys, I don't start something and not finish it. Like, I can use anything for, whatever purpose I need. All right, so gonna go through and click this. I do apologize, that's kind of boring. 270 clicks away, but it's necessary. If you have an auto clicker, like for those of you that want to download it and all, I've heard good things and bad things about the auto clickers or whatever, but look into getting an auto clicker because whenever you have it, like, 700 gifts, 900 gifts, 1,000, 2,000, whatever gifts in the course of 20 hours, you're gonna get really tired. When I'm doing it on my phone, like my forearm gets cramps and everything. It's like, oh, carpal tunnel, here we go. Not fun. But at least because of the fact that it was like 500 gifts, that means that my clan is doing a decent job on, trying to get stuff. Those of you that can't remember, I'm an EXT over in Kingdom 134. Not saying that they're better than one or the other and everything. Trust me, I'm not. Gosh knows I've been contacted by a lot of people in different clans and everything, and I don't have favorites. I just don't. I have ones that have helped me really well, but I don't have favorites. All right, so we do have some different stuff that we need to do on the daily. If you are not doing exactly what I'm doing, at least twice a day, do it 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, or whatever is probably a good idea, especially those of you that are busy. Like, take 10 minutes in the morning in order to get this done. If you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it done in the morning, set your alarm clock for 10 minutes earlier. And then do it once in the evening and everything before you go to bed. You can at least spend 20 minutes a day on this game. If you're going to play it, 20 minutes a day is not a lot to ask. That allows you to go through and click and get all the help or hit the help button. You could go through and get all the chests and everything. And you could go through and do a basic level of stuff. All right, so we still got to pay our taxes. And let's see. I'm sure we have to go through and do either materials or enchantments. I'm just doing a quick little combine in order to be able to get those up. All right. That being said, that should take care of 2 of my daily quests. It was materials and taxes. Give me. Thank you. All right, so we still need to do 100 guardsmen. That won't be an issue. Guardsmen 1 section. That won't be an issue, especially because of the fact that we're actually trying to go up. We need to help 2 more clanmates, which shouldn't be too hard. Oh, wait, 1, 2. Good. And the gifts. All right, so that took care of that. So let's go into the Guardsman 1 section. Now, if you've been playing along and if you've been doing different events and having it to where you've been killing, like, the common monsters, or, just spreading your, or spreading your wings a little bit and trying to do a little bit of freelance, then you probably have a decent amount of valor that you've gone through and added up. For right now, I have 1.37 billion, which I know is not enough in order to get me on up to G5, but it is enough in order to get me like at least part of the way there. So we're going to go through and tack on some. And because of the fact that I only have so many speed ups, I don't have a lot of them or whatever. And because I'm kind of rushing this and everything, I'm going to go through and utilize these in a smart way. 39 minutes. Oh, I had somebody help me out. That's cool. Let's go through and do the next one. 11 days, 7 hours. For me and everything, like, remember, guys, I am doing this at a much more accelerated rate. You should be able to have it to where you're saving up speed ups. Don't use them uselessly. Like, if you can wait for other people to help you, that's always a good idea. All right, so we're going to do that. But for me, my strategy guide, as far as I'm concerned, is going to end once I hit G6. Because after that, I think you guys are going to be good enough at this game that you really don't need my help. You have a decent blueprint as far as how to play it. All right, so done with that. We still have 1.28 billion. We might be able to get all the way up to 10 on this prereq. 30 days. I do happen to have some 30-day ones. I'm going to use a 7-day, though. I'm going to save those other ones. And make sure you're very careful when you use the speed up so that you don't use the wrong ones. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Don't get me wrong, mistakes do happen. Just try not to make them too often. Okay, so we are down to 1.02 billion. Still got, a decent bit. A lot of the stuff that I have is basically because of the fact that I went through and did like the previous Arachne. I did a little bit of Doomsday. I did Ragnarok. Ragnarok was a decent one in order to go through and get more Valor or VP when I did Fenrir. And then also the prizes from Germander or whatever, the snake. All right, so we got 40 days. I'm going to use one of the 30 at this point. Let's do a 7 and a 3. 4 hours left. Let's use some of these 15-minute ones. If you waste like a minute or two or 5 minutes worth and everything, so be it. Just try not to waste too much. Everybody has like, a schedule and they got to go through and get stuff done. All right, 52 days. We're going to narrow it down a little bit. Do some of the 7s. We have 1 day, so I'm going to use some of these 8-hour ones. As long as I have enough speed ups in order to get me to G6 and everything, like later on down the line, I am happy. This way I don't have to buy crap. Or at least any more that I don't want to. All right, so we're down to 67 days. And with 306 million, I'm not going to make my way up to 10, unfortunately, but I got most of the way there. All right, we have 14 30 days. Let's do 2, a 7-day, and let's do a 15-hour. And somebody else helped us out. Yay. All right, so we're going to be 8 of 10 on the one. Probably get to like 3 or 4 of 10 on the other. All right, we have 6 hours. We're going to probably get some people going through and hitting the help button. 1, 2. And a 15, 15, 15. Cool. Down to 277 million left. All right, so with 6 days, let's do 2 of the 3s. Happen to be enough. Nice. 29 million, so we will at least get to 4 of 10, maybe 5. It's not bad. And we need 11 days, so let's do a 7, a 3, a 1, 3, 3, 1, and a 15 minute. All right, 48. Yep. We are definitely going to be able to make it to 5. Nice. And it means I have to buy less Arachne in order to get there. I will not object to that. All right, so 18. Let's do a 7, 7, a 3, a 1, a 15 hour, and 15, 15. Come on, somebody hit the help button. Oh, well. Somebody did. Cool. All right. 87. Yeah, I seriously doubt that we're getting to 6. We have 30 days and 3 hours. Let's go through and hit the 30. If I had armor, that would be like the honored ruler or whatever. It would be helping me out for this. But because of the fact that Hellforge hasn't happened yet, I don't have any armor. Really, the only armor that I have is the Ragnarok armor. Don't get me wrong. Armor does help and everything. It makes things easier. But it's also not the, like, oh my gosh, I don't have it, I can't do anything type. All right, so we have 113 million. Right now, we're 8 of 10 on one. We're 5 of 10 on the other. And like for those of you just like, oh, you're almost there. It's like 9 and 10 out of 10, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 out of 10 are the ones that are the most expensive because it usually like doubles every single time you go up a level. So I think it's like, for the 8 of 10, I need 670 million, which means that the other one's probably going to be right around 1 billion in Valor Points. So just on the one prereq, I'm short, let's see, 487 million plus, let's say it's a billion. So, 1.5 billion, roughly. Yeah. I'm going to need about probably 5 billion in Valor in order to get there. Okay, so, and by the way, that is not that much. I mean, I know that some of you are like, oh my gosh, but trust me, it's not that much. Not in comparison to when you get even higher in this game. Like the 5 and the 6 start to be to where it's like, but then when you get to like the 9, it's just freaking ridiculous. I mean, don't get me wrong. The makers of the game, it needs to be freaking ridiculous. You don't want to make the game easily just, like, oh, it's nothing. All right. So now we have it to where like our Valor points are added in. Still have 113 million left and everything, which means that we still need a lot. So probably like guessing 5 or 6 billion would be the magic number. For those of you that are looking at like down here at the bottom of the screen, no, I am not claiming achievements right now because I'm trying to keep my Valor lower. I should have been not claiming from the beginning in order to make this even lower than it is. It's already caused me an issue when we had Clash of the Throne because people like I can't attack anybody that's not within 50% of my might. So at 4 point, let's just say 4.8, I have to find a 2.4 million and above player in Kingdom 134. That is not that easy to find. There's only like maybe 20 of them that are above that. All right, so now we got done with that stuff. As you can see, I still have a good bit of gold that I've been able to like save up from the different purchases that I've done. I have a decent bit of silver because I have a large amount of mansions that are in my city in order to help me out. Like mansion. And we've been doing some of the different, like renovations to the buildings or upgrades. So it's not to where that's completely done, but it is like getting there. So let's do like just a bunch of 8s. I'm going to bleed it down with the 8 hours. Wasted a good bit. Wasted like 6 hours and 30 minutes. Idiot. All right. we'll get to this part. The good thing is, though, that because I did those different packages of building supplies and everything, I still have a good bit left over from that. And so I will easily be able to get my G5, probably get G6, I think, but I'm definitely going to be gathering. If you've been gathering on your own, like sending out your captains in order to hit the different resources, you're probably going to be getting this easier than I am. Like I said, truncated timetable, trying to get this done quickly. All right, so we're just going to add. And stone add. Let's get level 23, press the help button, so that the rest of the clan can help us out. Okay, so here are the buildings that we basically need to get for our G5. Our capital needs to be at level 25. Right now it's at 24. Our hero is at 62. As long as the hero was above 40, then we could go for our G5. So because of the fact that I did that Ragnarok and the experience and everything, it drastically helped me out. If you guys have been doing it by, just naturally, slowly evolving, that works too. If you had it to where you hit Armageddon and Armageddon actually popped up and everything, that was probably a really good event in order to do it. Once Armageddon does pop up on this account, I will definitely be doing it, because the quicker I get Armageddon going, the quicker I could get my hero up above 100. In order to get G6, you have to have a hero at 100 or above. Needless to say, I need to do some work. I'm going to sneeze again, unfortunately. Sorry. Okay. So now that we got that going and everything, like I said, this is going to be 2 different videos. So we're going to have a little bit more that we got to do on this one, just to show you what you should have been doing, what you can be doing. And with this, okay. One thing that you need to make sure that you have, and I don't know if you guys have this on or what, is the premium. So for premium, it lasts 1 week. It's $5 and everything, and it gives you these different options. Great archaeologist, great marshal, great ruler. By all means, whenever you fight any type of epic level monster or whatever, or even another player, make sure you have great marshal on. This is a 25% bonus to your strength, 25% bonus to your health, 50% bonus to silver, 50% bonus to food. Very well worth it. So for me, that's actually going to make a huge bit of difference. All right, now, the next thing that we got to do is we got to get ourselves set up for the fight. And I'll show you exactly how we're going to do this. So if you do not have Hercules, then Cleopatra basically needs to be your girl. And for Cleopatra, hopefully you have that Ragnarok armor that I showed you guys in the last strategy guide video. If you haven't gotten it, make sure you get it, the most basic one, and get 1, 2, 3 different pieces made in your forge in order to have it to where you have Ragnarok armor in order to help you out with this. Cleopatra, because of the fact that she's so good at fighting and everything, you can have it to where you have like 1 set of armor for whenever she's fighting common monsters. You can have another set of armor whenever she's going through and killing your epics. For me, I have Hercules, so I don't need her to basically be my killer. I have Hercules for that. And he has the armor on right now. Carter, I'm not going to leave him on, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch him out and I'm going to add Helen in. Now, whenever you're doing Arachne and everything, you might want to have it to where you have access to Helen, because she can go through and help you dwindle down the troop training speed. So like food production and also troop training speed, she helps out with. Every single level that she goes up, you will also go through and gain 1% faster in troop training speed. Now, the other thing about Arachne, which is different from the other epic level monsters, you can have 3 different fighters at the exact same time in order to help out your bonuses. So what I'll do is I'll have Helen on right now in order to train the troops that I'm going to use. But then when I'm ready to fight, I'm going to switch her out with probably Ada. So I'm going to run with Ada, Cleopatra, and also with Hercules. Ideally, I would have armor for all 3 of them, but they haven't done Hellforge yet, so I cannot do that. All right, so with that being said, let's go through and add some troops. Before you ever add your troops, make sure that you take a look at your food aspect, how much you have per hour. So right now it says production speed 203,000 an hour, and I'm using up 117,000. I still can make 86,000 more in food consumption of troops per hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of these guys. Now, are they powerful enough in order to beat Arachne? No. However, what I'm going to do is you send mercs in to hit Arachne, and then you have your guardsmen that once the guardsmen are taking on, I'm sorry, the mercs are taking on Arachne soldiers, the guardsmen will be like, hey, while you're busy with them, we're going to hit you, and you're not going to be able to fight back. You guys get the idea? So this way, it kind of adds to where like there's extra troops that are going through and hitting at the exact same time. They call it stacking. And in one of the videos that I'm going to do probably later on this week, I'm going to break down stacking as far as like how you do it. If you want the short and simple version, just bring extra guys. Like, seriously. If you're going to bring mercs, your mercs are going to fight the epic level monsters, bigwigs, and then you're going to have it to where your guardsmen are going to be hitting basically while they can't fight you. Now, you're still going to lose your guardsmen and everything because after they defeat your mercs, then they're going to defeat your guardsmen, but you can damage them and bring them down by having extra troops with you. So what I'll do is I'm going to do one attack once I buy the package and everything in the next video, where I'll do just mercs. And then I'll do another video, or I'll do another attack right after it, where I'm going to do the attack with mercs and with guardsmen. You'll be able to see a difference. Now, how much of a difference in Valor points? It depends upon the boss. It depends upon the mercs that you're sending, all that other kind of stuff. And you can decide, oh, is this worth it? Is it not worth it in order to go through and utilize it? If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But that's what I'm going to do. All right. So because of the fact that the buildings are going through and being upgraded, by the way, if I started on the subject and didn't finish it, our consulate needs to be up at 24 in order to get our guardsman level 5. We need to have our portal master at 25, our caravan at 25. We need to have our mansion at 25. I'm sorry, farmhouse at 25, mansion at 25, warehouse at 25, temple at 25, barracks at 25, academy at 25, forge at 24, I want to say. No, yeah, 25, I believe. And then our capital at 25. So in the next video, once we get the necessary VP, then I'm going to go through and upgrade all the buildings. And then we're going to have it to where we could do the upgrade of research in order to get our G5. That's the plan. All right. So with that being said, the other things that you need to take a look at is if you've been going through and working on Triumphal. Right now we're at level 46. Granted, I haven't been doing that many events or whatever, so it's not bad. At least I've been getting something done. And we got a few other things that we could get done, like fully explore 2 common crypts. I will definitely do that. Destroy 2 rare monsters. Nah. Train 230 melee guardsmen of level 4. I didn't do that yet. Melee guardsmen. Could have sworn it. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I didn't start training troops yet. That's right. Spend 1,900. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to use that. Earn 500. That's definitely going to happen. All right. The valuable resources, what I'll probably end up doing is, and granted, I'm not going to do a whole heck of a lot of this stuff or whatever, but I might go through and get this in order to get the revive potions. We'll see. Depends upon how desperate I am for gold and for revive potions. All right. It looks like we're pretty well there. Yep. And we've been feeding our dragon and everything. Make sure that you keep your dragon fed. All right, so right now we have our dragon at level 70, which is good. There's probably an achievement for going through and getting him up to 70 and everything. Not as so I'm going to click on it because I'm trying to keep my might low for right now. I like to keep kind of in disguise a little bit. All right, I think we're good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off of this video. It's going to be nice and short for this one. The next one will be a lot longer. So you guys are going to see basically, hopefully you've gone through and had it to where you were able to get certain things done, like gather resources. So like items wise, oh, hold on, let me do this. What do I want? I need scrolls because I need to find or get my star level higher for certain guys. For most of you and everything, you're probably going to want to get some dragon eyes if you have that, or like if you have something like this pop up. But for me, I want scrolls because I seriously doubt that I'm going to have my dragon up to level 100 by the time that I'm done with this. I mean, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. So be it. Whatever. All right. Now let's go through and. All right. So if you are watching this, please go through and click on the next video that's going to pop up in the options and everything. I think it'll be like total battle how-to strategy guide part like 9 or 10 or something like that. I don't know. We're getting up there in numbers. But it's going to be the next video that will basically pop up. So hopefully you like this. If you do, hit a thumbs up. I'm going to do some purchases. I can't do that while I'm on video with you guys because no offense, I don't like you enough in order to share my bank account info. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.